to the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a thief in the night. A cancer's ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. I check it out, coming through, knocking everything out. This is hard if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Or prepare to have your ass escorted on out. Talk about the bushes, wipe your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speak. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah, it's Survivor Speaks and it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Peace, peace, peace. This video is being shown to you under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go. Good morning to you, and as promised, I am here to do a quick video today. Happy Valentine's Day to all of the good lovers out there. Happy Valentine's Day to you if you celebrate, if that's something that you believe in. If you have a true love out there, happy Valentine's Day to you. So as we know, I am your favorite breast cancer survivor, and I'm here with a quick live stream on the case of Evelyn Boswell. Sorry about having to change the time again. Your girl is tired. I've been catching up with this trial and working. Chloe Alberts, love Chloe Alberts. Sorry about that, but I'm very, very tired. I got home very well in the wee hours of the morning. So, I am here. She has been sentenced. I did do a live yesterday I was out driving. I was not home, and I did do a live, but it didn't work out. I don't go live from the phone, so it didn't work out. So I just deleted it and said, let me come and give a video and do a video this morning, a live this morning, because that's what I had promised, but I didn't get home. I didn't plan to get home until the wee hours of the morning, but I did. And yeah, as you probably can tell, I am tired, and I'm still tired, but I was went to bed about 5 and was like, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. And I woke up and like, oh my goodness, now I have to wash my face, brush my teeth before I get on here. So, so the longer waiting sentence of Evelyn Boswell has finally happened yesterday. As we all remember, she was found guilty on all charges except the one charge that they dropped because of and it was one that we don't really care about because she has so many of them. It was the falsifying information. One of the falsifying information charges on all of the rest of her charges. I believe it was 20 counts because it was 20. I think it was 21 counts altogether, so 20 counts. And she was found guilty. So um, the jurors have spoken. You're guilty, and then the jurors have spoken again in the sentencing yesterday. So justice was served for Evelyn Boswell. It's not the type of justice that we were looking for. It's not over just yet. It's not over just yet. So if you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on all your notifications so you never miss a live stream or a video upload. And if you're watching live, jump into the chat. We want to hear your thoughts and questions throughout the show. It is not over for Megan Boswell yet. And so let's listen to what they decided, what her fate is so far. If you like the music that you hear in the background, that is music made by no one. His link will be down in the chat. If you're a content creator, you like what you hear, you want him to make some background music for you, you would have to reach out to him, and you guys can work out the logistics. So let me just give some good morning shout outs to people in the chat. Like I said, I do apologize. I was up until 5 a.m. this morning and went to sleep. And yes, it's a lot. So, good morning to Chloe Albert's Revenge, Rebecca Cry. Good morning. Always here supporting. Thank you so much. Shandali Hargrove. Excuse me, Miss M. Effin Hargrove. Good morning. I forgot we just couldn't go right over the first part of her name because she said just call her Miss M. Effin Hargrove, and we put some respect on that, and we that's what we're gonna call you over here. Shout out to the people watching over on Twitter, on X. I promise I'm moving forward. I've never. It's just been 2 days. I've been off, like really off. And we got Chloe up in here, and I'm loving this new chat rule that she has. Keep it classy, but keep it classy, sassy, but never nasty. So we wake up saucy, bossy, but not too frosty. Add to the discussion and don't be too costly. Stay on topic. All right. Reminder to myself too, Chloe. Thank you for that. Chloe has already dropped the link down in the chat for no one. And so, like I said, if you're a content creator, you like what you hear, get in touch with no one, and you can work out what you are doing for what you want to do for your background music. He will definitely be here to help you. And stay tuned for my good friend, Mook Marv Music Inc. is going to be, he has started his YouTube channel. However, he never publicized it. So he is behind all of the other projects that you hear from Survivor Speaks, my Never Fall outro, my intro, my new intro. He made the beat for that. So he has a whole studio. And it's like he makes like real beats, and that's some of the stuff that he said he's going to bring to his channel. So stay tuned for that. I may have him over here first, and then he'll start his channel and start doing whatever he does with his channel, because he has a whole studio. And so once he tells me he's live, I will definitely be sharing his link as well. Hey, Emily Stokes, good morning. Thank you. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day if you have a loved one. And Chloe said, I was just getting ready to say what Chloe said to Miss M. Evan Hargrove. or just say happy single people's awareness day instead of happy Valentine's Day. I can always count on Chloe when I'm if I come on here and I'm feeling a little down to always bring a little light to the chat. Always, she has a way with words, and I love that over here. Chloe is greatly appreciated. She is definitely an asset to the channel. If she has a different of opinion, she's not shy about letting you know. I don't agree. I have a difference of opinion. And the good thing is, she can have a conversation where there's friendly banter going on and work out your differences. And it's such a beautiful thing. So now let's get right into the video here. Like I said, I'm not going to be here long today. So the sentencing. And then I'll tell you my thoughts. And you can tell me what you think below about what they decided. But it's not over. And then after the video, I'll tell you why it's not over. Megan will be back in the courtroom. She will be back in the courtroom. She has not been sentenced on all of her charges. Not. But before we start that, we're going to put some respect on Emily's name. If you are a member, you do have access to the channel emojis. And please drop some, Emily. Emily just said, Miss Stokes just said hello. Sorry. Evelyn. We're going to put some respect on Evelyn Boswell's name and drop those Evelyn Boswell emojis in the chat. So let's get right into the sentencing. It's not long. Hopefully they don't play any ads. But here we go.
Listen back in at this point.
All right. Ms. Boswell, in count 1, the jury of your peers having set your punishment, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. In count 2, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. In count 3, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. We'll have to set this for sentencing hearing where we'll deal with merger, other issues, as well as sentencing in counts 4 through 20. Does she waive the 45 days, Mr. Scott?
She does.
She didn't know she waived the 45 days, Mr. Scott.
Sentencing in this case for May the 8th.
So May 8th.
Judge, that is not good for me. I have a murder trial in Carter County the very next month.
It's not good.
May the 16th.
I expect the Carter County murder trial. We've got 2 weeks blocked off.
May the 23rd.
Yes, sir, I'll be here.
Sentencing will be held May 23rd. Pre-sentence report needs to be filed no later than April the 15th.
Judge, you have May the 22nd instead of the 23rd.
I do.
We'll use that instead.
We can.
Thank you.
That good with the state?
Yes, Judge.
All right. May 22nd. We'll say at 1:30.
Yes.
At 1:30 p.m. Report by the Department of Corrections be filed no later than April the 15th.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else we need to take up?
Nothing else for the state.
Mr. Horn?
Yes, Judge. I think from this point going forward, since Mr. Scott was primary counsel in this case, I would make an oral motion to be relieved as co-counsel on behalf of Megan Boswell going forward.
You'll be relieved. You were appearing as co-counsel pro bono.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court thanks you for your service.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
All right. Court will be recessed till Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. for the next trial.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, there we see the feed stopping there out of the criminal courtroom there.
But he was still talking. Hold on.
3 counts of life, 3 life sentences.
Okay. So no, so I have Chloe, I do have freemium. But for some reason, the ad played in the beginning here. I don't know what is going on. I've had premium forever. I don't normally get ads either. And it's just weird that this I don't know. But I got an ad this morning, and I don't know, maybe and it's not showing up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So May 23rd, May 22nd, I'm sorry, they changed it to the 22nd. May 22nd, Megan Boswell will be back in court for counts 4 through 20. So when I said that it wasn't over, I knew that she still had those counts, all of the counts for witness falsifying information. She has the tampering with the corpse after the fact. She has a let me see if I can bring up the I want to bring up the interviews by the yeah, I don't understand what's going on with YouTube and my premium. I definitely have it. And why these what do you call that? Hold on, let me see something. I want to bring up the interviews from the attorneys, from the prosecution attorneys. They have they yesterday they spoke at length. Hold on. Yeah, so yeah, I do. Yeah, so I'm not understanding what's going on with it. So give me once a minute, y'all. I'm trying to see something about what is going on here. Okay. So she has a 4 through 20 counts, right? That she's going to be sentenced on May 22nd. And so let me bring up the video of her attorney talking about that yesterday. Not her attorneys. Well, her attorneys did do an interview as well, but the prosecution, they did an interview, and the fact that she got life with the possibility of parole, she did. So she she is eligible for parole at the age of 69. I think that is just a funny number. Because she won't be doing any of that for a while. So anyway, 69, she's gonna be old. We were all looking for life without the possibility of parole. I know a lot of us are Excuse me. A lot of us are upset about her not getting that. But however, the sentencing that she's going to have on May 22nd, the prosecutors get to recommend a sentence for those. And those each carry a sentence of I'm going to let them say that, how much it carries, how much those sentences carries. I do remember that the tampering with the corpse only carries like 1 to 2 years. And the she has another charge and it carries 1 to 2 years, which I think is ludicrous because come on now. I think it's crazy. So good morning, Flesh of the Gods. Just stepped up in a building. If you're not following Flesh of the Gods, go on over and sub up to Flesh of the Gods. You will not regret that. He has a great interactive channel, and I think you will enjoy his visuals and all of the hard work that he does here on YouTube. So shout out to Flesh of the Gods up in the building. So as I stated, I want to keep this short and brief. So let's get to let me see if I can bring up the interview from the prosecutors. It was fairly short. And they break down what is next. So just to let you know, while I'm bringing that up, they are going to be going to the parole hearings. So when she turns 69, she doesn't just automatically get out of jail. She has to go in front of the parole board to get out of jail. And so these two prosecutors said that they will be there fighting for her to stay behind bars. People just do a lot of things for clicks and views, and that's their business. No, they did not. The trial attorney did not. First of all, the DNA analysis and medical examiner they threatened to hold her in contempt. They did not say anything about they are going to be held in contempt. She answered the question, so that's off the table. I just don't like when people just put something on the table that's not true. They did say that they were mad. She did her big one. She was able to drop that M-bomb at the end. Another thing that, when yesterday we were watching, I was upset because I was pretty upset because the defense attorney had said in his statement to them, to the jury before they went out to deliberate on which sentence she was going to get, life without parole or life with parole. And he said, you will be doing the right thing if you go back there. And like, it was something to the fact that you will be able to sleep at night because you did the right thing. I think that was so wrong. I don't think that he should have been allowed to say that. And I get it. It's closing argument. It's the sentencing phase of the case, and you're still fighting for your client. But for you to try to guilt trip the jury, I think that's wrong. Underhanded. All of the above. If you couldn't get your point across by just saying spare her life. You had witnesses come to testify on her behalf, which I don't believe the foster mother. I don't believe, I mean, I'm not saying, let me just say this to make sure that people don't think that I'm saying something that's not true. You can get lice at the age of 17. So she was 17 and pregnant. I just believe that there would have been some proof if she had lice at the age of 17 when she came to live with her. There should have been some type of proof. I don't think she should have been able to just get up there and just said that and say that. Like, I think she should have had show us some proof. So Chloe Albert's Revenge, thank you so much for dropping this membership here. I do appreciate you. I appreciate all of the hard work you do over here. I appreciate all of the wonderful way you have it. The way your way with words is crazy, and also the new adoption that we have for the which I love. We've adopted it over here. Bernicia Williams. If you're in the chat, sometimes people get memberships. They're not in the chat. If you're in the chat, please thank Chloe and add her. We do like to say acknowledge people when we're thanking them for their memberships, for dropping a membership, because they don't have to. I think we're like, I don't know. I have to see what YouTube is saying today, because the other day we needed 5 more memberships. And then the next day we needed 5 more memberships to make a new emoji. So I don't know where we are with that. I want to check and see because it's very interesting to me. I'm like, okay, so YouTube, I need what? All right, you need 5. Okay, and then the next day I come, you need 5 memberships. Well, I needed 5 yesterday. Somebody dropped the membership. I needed 5 the next day. Somebody dropped another membership. And YouTube, like, come on now. I mean, I don't understand how they calculate. I don't understand all those things, but because if you tell me I need 5 and then I get 5, then okay, then why do I need another 5? I need 4 if somebody dropped the membership, right? Or if it started with 6, we need 5. Okay, so today they're saying 4 more. So maybe I don't think they add this until the end. So maybe we just need 3. I don't know. But they're saying 4, we get a new membership. So thank you, Chloe, for that. And I like to thank people personally. And here we go. Let's just take a look at this for Chloe.
Or membership. I love you all.
All right. And so thank you, Chloe. Always appreciate it here. Always. So let's listen to what the prosecution, they did a interview yesterday, and they're going to, I guess as long as they are here, fight for baby Evelyn.
A woman guilty on all 19 counts in the death of her 15-month-old daughter, Evelyn.
Evelyn Boswell was found guilty of first-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree murder. The jury then sentenced her to life in prison with the possibility of parole.
Chloe,
prosecutors spoke after the verdict about the difficulty of presenting this case.
What do you think is going on with his face?
This really was, a textbook example of, just excellent police work, for us to be able to come into the courtroom, to be able to present a case where you really don't have direct evidence. You had to rely on a lot of circumstantial evidence, and, as we argued during closing argument, you're going to have to use your common sense to fill in some of those gaps that were there.
The jury deliberated for about 4.5 hours between yesterday and this morning. Boswell is required to serve 51 years before the possibility of parole. However, that is before the sentencing for the many false report charges, which could add to those 51 years.
Her defense attorney, Gene Scott, maintained that the state did not have the evidence to prove she murdered her daughter.
She acknowledged that the child died from numerous things, from a heart condition, from SIDS, laryngeal spasm. So there are multiple issues, and the diagnosis of asphyxia is a diagnosis of exclusion, which essentially means
a male reporter.
We can't find anything else wrong, so this must have been what she died from. I felt like that in and of itself was reasonable doubt, but obviously the jury disagreed.
After the sentencing, Scott filed a motion for a new trial or to dismiss the charges.
You can read everything about the Megan Boswell case and the trial from
so they didn't actually get what I wanted to give. I was talking about the male reporter's face. It was stiff as a doorknob. You can tell he gets those shots. So this Megan's what do you call those? Megan's attorney. What are you talking about? Her fingerprints were found. So what if they found one fingerprint here? What, like the fingerprint analysis, the finger analysis detective, I'm going to call him, because my mom, I'm telling you, I'm tired. I didn't get into a 5 this morning, so yes, I'm sleepy. So he did a very thorough job in finding like the fingerprints of Megan. So when you get when you're incarcerated, they take your fingerprints, you take it, and you just roll it from this side to this side, this side to this side, this side. The tip of your fingernail, of your finger, is not on those prints. So there was a print. He went back to the jail after he did the fingerprint investigation on the fingerprints that he had. He went back to the jail and he wanted to get the tips of her fingers. Because if you hold something underneath like this, what are you holding it with? You're holding it with your fingertips, not like this. You're not holding a kitchen garbage can with the small lid on it like this. You're not. You're going to hold it like this. So he wanted to get the tips of her finger, which was, proved to be valuable in this case, because it was her finger. Her prints were on the garbage can. They found a fingerprint on a piece of the aluminum foil, and it was hard for them to get a lot of prints, because aluminum foil crumbles. So with that, you wrap this aluminum foil around your child's face so tight, and you swaddled. Somebody thought I said swallowed. No, maybe her parents should have swallowed her, but they swaddled her. She swaddled Megan like she was a baby. But when we swaddle a baby, we don't swaddle their head. We swaddle, everything else is swaddled, but not their head. But you swaddled her whole body, so that not only in addition to this aluminum foil, trigger warning, trigger warning, I do have a trigger warning sign that stays up on the screen. So she swaddled the baby along with her head, and put her in 2 trash bags and put her in a kitchen garbage can. And I mean, it looks like she tossed the garbage can in there, because the way the garbage can was just laying on the side, and she had to push it down. You know how you push your garbage down? She did all of that. So this is why, I didn't have anyone in this chat saying anything other than life without the possibility of parole. We have no sympathy for Megan. I don't care how she grew up, because she did have a rough upbringing. However, she did have people that loved her, that showed her a different way. Her father was, at first he was, messed up, but he got himself together. She lived on a huge piece of land. He had a big playhouse built, and this is where they found little Evelyn's body in the garbage can. Thank you for that, Chloe. So I just don't want that to be lost on anyone, that this is what this woman did. Girl, whatever you want to call her. Monster Mom, that's my new name for her. And believe me that everything that is done in a trial, especially in a trial about something like this, is done intentionally. So the glasses, intentionally. You see that almost every defendant that is on trial, they are on trial with a pair of glasses. You've never seen them in the picture prior to that with glasses on. But when they come into the courtroom, a lot of the defendants, not all, are wearing glasses. It is something that I think the attorneys think appeal to the jury. You look innocent. In this case, on her sentencing day, what she has her hair back with a little girl bow in the back of her head. Who's wearing bows like that as an adult? And that's all done, but it's too late. They've already decided. You're here to hear what they've decided. So you come and you dress like a meek little girl and you with your head down and everything like that. You're evil. We heard it ourselves. So yeah, we're not doing that. I just want to see if we can get the rest of this interview from a different station, because these prosecutors are not they're not giving up. They will be at her at her sentencing, and they're making a recommendation for counts 4 through 20. They're making a recommendation that she get the max, and that they stack the time on the time that she already has, which would mean, all right, here is a better one. All right. Let me just bring this over. I love these prosecutors. I love the advocacy work they did for baby Evelyn. And let me tell you guys before I bring them on. So they made a new law. It's called the Evelyn Boswell law, because we all know that the mother lied to everybody. She lied for the wholesome alpha, and the court trick has been so overdone. Yes, I don't think it works on the jury anymore. Yeah, I think everybody is hip to it, Chloe. But they have a law out, the Evelyn Boswell law, because as we know, she was lying to her family about when they were asking her where Evelyn was. Evelyn is with the father. Evelyn is with her father. Evelyn is with the father, until her father, Tommy, said, and you notice Tommy was not there as a witness, a character witness for her at the sentencing, because he was a witness for the state. So Tommy was not there. So Tommy had said to her, listen, enough. This has to stop. And he filed the missing persons report. But we know that that she was missing ever since December of 2019, and the missing report was not filed until February 2020. So the Emily Boswell law states that if you have a child under the age of 12 that is missing, and you do not report that right away, you are going to be facing a year plus just because of that. So, and that is the Emily Boswell law, because at that young age, time is of the essence. Good morning, Laugh. Time is of the essence. And if a child is missing, we need to start looking for a child right away. So if they find out that you did what Megan Boswell did, you will face time for that. So let's take a look at the prosecutors again and how they are not willing to just give this fight up. They're going to continue to fight for her, and they're going to try to have her charges stacked, and that she has to serve the time consecutively, which means that the time will not be ran concurrent, and they will not put all of the time together to for her to serve her charges. So instead of getting out when she's 69, if they stack all of these charges up, she will have to serve that time before she's even eligible for parole. At 69, she won't go up for parole. If the judge, this is up to the judge whether or not he stacks these charges or he runs the charges concurrently with the sentence that she already has. I said, let's stack them. Let's go.
Tell us your initial reaction to the decision today.
Well, we're obviously pleased with the decision that the jury made. It's been 5 long years since all of this first started, and it's a lot of hard work by a lot of people. So it was very satisfying to get the jury's verdict.
Normally, we sometimes hear a victim impact statement in cases like this, and we didn't hear one this time. Maybe a little bit from Tommy Boswell, but it seems like you are the advocate for Evelyn. What do you have to say about that?
That's a complicated question, to say the least. Obviously, there are a lot of emotions in this case, even within the Boswell family. I mean, you all saw Tommy testify. I mean, his daughter was the defendant. His granddaughter was the victim in this case. A lot of emotions. Same thing with Angela. So, but we're fortunate, and I would be remiss without talking about the incredible work that was done by law enforcement in this case. And as a community, could not be prouder to have those folks who really, from the get-go, from the time she was reported missing, who've really been her biggest advocates during these 5 years, to see, ultimately what we realized here in the courtroom today, which was justice for Evelyn.
Even with that exhaustive investigation, all of the interviews, all of the forensic evidence that was gathered, Ms. Massingill even acknowledged we still may never know exactly what happened. Did you have to rely on the jurors' common sense, taking might be a shred
What you got?
separating that from what reasonable that is in this case?
To some extent. I mean, I think always coming from a prosecutor, it's I guess easy to say, well, we think you should decide the case this way. But this really was, a textbook example of, just excellent police work, for us to be able to come into the courtroom, to be able to present a case where you really don't have direct evidence. I mean, we didn't have a confession. We didn't have a video of the crime being committed. You had to rely on a lot of circumstantial evidence, and, as we argued during closing argument, you're going to have to use your common sense to fill in some of those gaps that were there. So, yes.
General Massingill, during closing, you talked about the baby. Baby Evelyn mattered. Where'd you come up with that?
Because it's the truth. She mattered and she deserved to live, and I wanted the jury to know that.
How hard was it working on this case and seeing all those images, the baby in the trash can?
It's very difficult, and it's difficult to show something like that to a jury or to the public, but it's important that we show everyone what Megan Boswell did. It's difficult, but we're willing to do it to find justice.
Can you talk about the impact that this community has said these questions for 5 years now, and finally had that?
Right, and I think that was difficult. Unfortunately, we made some very purposeful decisions as we were prosecuting the case, which I think a lot of people kind of took umbrage with. We did not release much about this case on purpose because we wanted to try the case here in Sullivan County. And I think that caused a lot of heartburn among people not to have those answers, not to know that information about the case. And we, kind of told them just to be patient because we wanted to try the case in the courtroom. And we feel like that's what we did.
Was there a piece of evidence or something that you think really sealed the deal for the jurors on making this decision?
I don't know that there was any one singular piece of evidence. I think the difficult thing in this case really is those interviews with Megan and the fact that, her story kept changing, kept shifting. And, there were lots of little things, that kind of ruled other things out. But I think ultimately, it was a lot of her own words that were her undoing in this case.
And what about how the baby was found? That is something that I think has hit home, and you could tell from day one, from the images you showed, jurors were crying, she was crying.
Right.
What do you want to talk about with that?
I mean, it's disturbing. I mean, it truly is. And, we made a decision in trying this case because, there were a lot of charges. Obviously, the lies and stuff that she was telling the jury. We didn't want the focus of the case to be on that. I mean, to us, that was the easy kind of low-hanging fruit, so to speak. We wanted the focus to be on the homicide. We wanted it to be on Evelyn and what happened to her, and that was why we kind of hit the jury right in the face right out of the gate. And so, like I said, that was strategy on our part as far as, how we kind of put the trial together. We wanted them to, right from the get-go, know that this was a homicide case. This wasn't just somebody lied to the police case.
Megan will be eligible for parole when she's about 69 years old. As a prosecutor team, you asked for life without the possibility of parole. What is your take now that the jury decided to give her a chance?
You want to answer it?
We will continue to fight to keep her in custody until, for her natural life, if possible.
Can she face more years than that, though, with the other charges that she received?
She can. The judge will still have to sentence her on all the false report counts, the tampering, the abuse of a corpse, the failure to report charge. So, in theory, he could run those consecutive, and he could stack that time on top of what she's already received for the homicide.
Is that something you all get to urge him to do in
We
the
do.
sentencing report?
We do. There'll be a sentencing report, and then we'll have a sentencing hearing. That's what's set at the end of May, and then we'll go from there. Both sides will have a chance to argue what her sentence should be on those.
Do you know how many years she looked at for the additional charges, too?
Yes, the false reports should be looking at 2 to 4 years on those. The tampering charge will be 3 to 6, and I think the abuse of a corpse and the failure to report are both 1 to 2 years on those.
I know that law enforcement, even one of the agents or one of the people who testified said that everyone else was ruled out, including Hunter Wood. But clearly, whether it was in the community or certainly under the defense's strategy, that was an if that they wanted to put out there. How important were those text messages that you guys were able to put up, showing what was going on, apparently going on, at least in Hunter Wood's mind, as this child was now known to be missing?
All right, you want to comment?
I think they're very, very important. I don't know how you can overcome that in my mind. When we found those, I don't know there's an explanation, for them.
Was there anything else y'all want us to know? I know it's been a very long, almost 2 weeks.
Well, like I said before, I mean, I think, if the community ever had any doubt about how hard law enforcement works, I hope they had a chance to see that in action in this trial, because like I said, you really could not have asked for any more diligent, exhausting efforts than what we saw from our local law enforcement here at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, TBI, FBI. I mean, it truly was a coordinated effort.
Is this the first time in a while, too? I know that the judge mentioned it, but for you all, that a jury has been sequestered?
It was. I don't know that I was part of the last one, but I know it's been about 20 years since the last time we sequestered a jury.
20 years since they had a jury sequestered in here.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
I have so much admiration and so much respect for those prosecutors. Lately, we've been seeing cases where, as now we are, the ASAP Rocky case, where the prosecutors are off the hook. So before we do that, I want to give a shout out to A Laugh Always Have Fun. Thank you for the membership, adding another one to the family. So Nino Brown, not sure if you're still here or if you are here. If you can say thank you to Laugh, please add her. We do like to recognize the person that gives memberships to us. So we like to add them by name. Laugh has her own emoji here on the channel. It's the dancing lady. So she has a special one that I made, and there is also one in the regular emojis as well. If you could drop those in the chat. So we're actually working on getting Chloe a emoji for the channel. And so I think I said we needed 4. Hopefully they did not count the one that Chloe gifted earlier and this one that Laugh, and then we just need 2. Because who knows, with YouTube so far, they've been being on, correct in these last couple of days, but every now and then they'll tell me you need this many to make another emoji, and then here they go up in it 2 more, and I'm just like, okay, YouTube, whatever. So yeah, we need to more memberships so far, or 3. I'm not sure if they added. I don't think they added until the stream is over, but so that Chloe Albert's Revenge can get her her own channel emoji. She does such a great job over here. Also, Laugh Always is here, making sure that the likes are liking. So this is for Laugh, really quick, because we're almost done with this.
The super chat or super chip. I love you all.
All right. And so, yeah, as you see, the prosecution is not playing with this case. It actually tore up the town. They were the whole town was involved, and that's why they came up with that Evelyn Boswell law that they now put in place. I was watching they were having I was listening actually, because I was not here, but I was listening to them talk about how this affected their the town of where they are, but it was very interesting and very heart inspiring when they saw that the whole world was invested and the whole world wanted to see this trial brought, and they wanted to see Megan Boswell brought to justice. And so we all have been invested. We all are still invested. And as I stated, the next court date is on May 22nd. Hopefully the judge, I think the judge is a no-nonsense judge. Like, he didn't play around. Everybody was like, what is he doing? He just wanted to protect the jurors at all costs. When I went live yesterday, I was just trying to jump into it. So, of course, I went back because I wanted to see exactly what was going on with the volume. Yesterday, we had no issues up until that point. Well, it was the judge's decision that he wanted to protect the jurors, even the floor person, when they were speaking. He didn't want anybody to recognize the floor person's voice. That is definitely his courtroom. So it definitely is his decision about how he wants to conduct the courtroom and how he wishes to handle what's going on in his courtroom. So we did have Tennessee hasn't had a case like this, and they have not sequestered a jury in 20 years. So this case was a big for them. Another thing that stood out to me was a lot of people were upset because the prosecutor said they were not releasing that much information about this case as the investigation was going on. But they said that was done on purpose. It was a strategy. They did not want to give too much away. They did not want to give too much away. And so, because they wanted Evelyn to have a fair trial, they wanted this case tried based on the facts. And they also said part of their strategy was, because that was a question that we were like, well, dag, the trial just started and it's right in our faces. That was a strategy, they said. They wanted to put that right in your face. They said because they felt that the public, the national public, the public that they were able, where they live, they were all focused on all of the lies that Megan told. They were focused on the lies, and they didn't want the focus to be on the lies. They wanted the focus to be on Evelyn, the cruel way that she was unalived, and that Megan Boswell committed this crime. And so that's why they said from the beginning they put it right in your face. That was a strategy of theirs. So they really took the time to strategize about this case because they knew they had strong. It still was a circumstantial case, but it was so strong. They had the fingerprint, but still they did not have a confession, and they did not, have a clear-cut way to really say she did this. She unalived this child. She Redrum this child. So they wanted that to make sure that was brought to the forefront. So, Laugh, always thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Said, let's go at Chloe Albert's revenge. Chloe Alberts has been really, over here, modding and bringing new terms to the channel, which I love. I love that. The way she words things and stuff like that. And so she's such a gem over here. And so thank you for the $1.99 super chat, Laugh, for letting us know that. And so this is again for Laugh, show sponsor for today. So as I stated, we're going to be back. Okay, so we even have a time. So on May 22nd, it's going to be at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when they will be back in court for the sentencing hearing for counts 4 through 20. So we will definitely be live streaming it here. And I believe that Tennessee is either an hour ahead or an hour behind us. So I will make sure that I get that correct time. And we will be here just to let you guys know on March 7th. I am covering the Naziah Harris case. That is also a very hard case to watch. I do have a petition on my community wall. If you all can check it out. It's a petition to arrest Naziah Harris's aunt and grandmother because they definitely knew that she was being essayed. You release this child to this assayer. The aunt Shannon Harris, you knew that this guy was an essayer before you even got in a relationship with you because he told you. So he has been on the essay registry list since 2005. And I just wanted to let you know that on January 8th of 2025, that is not a mistake. I said, because I have not checked back since January 8th of 2025. So he had a preliminary hearing on in January to see if they had enough evidence to bring us behind the trial. So Judge Aaliyah Sabri was not playing around. Yes, we do. They did put on a great case. That was a great case that they put on. And the aunt and grandmother got on the stand and perjured themselves. I know you might see a lot of reporting done on that case. There was nothing new to report. So I'm just not going to sit here and make video after video after video to get a click in the view. That's not what I'm about. I really, really care about the case. And so the only way you will see me post a new video is if there is something new that came out from the the prosecutors in this case, or if there is a video that surfaces about something that Shannon Harris, her aunt, who is the mother of 5 of Jarvis Butt's children, she says that we've never heard it before, then I will make a video on it or probably do a live. But anything in between that, that's not what I'm doing. I do have a theory that someone else said, but it's just a theory at this point. So I don't want to, make a video and speculate about anything. So I'm not going to do it. But it kind of makes sense as it relates to the case. Now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of makes sense. Based on the family that was speaking out about this, based on how they were moving before and why the abrupt stop. But it's still a theory right now. She never came out and said that is what it was. The other YouTube channel, 7 Mile Radio, he was very instrumental in this investigation as well. He said something also that kind of lends to that theory, but he didn't come right out and say it, so I'm not going to report on it. And so I'm not going to, you won't see every day I'm posting about Nazaria Harris, but on May 7th, I will be live streaming the pretrial and calendar conference. So I just wanted to say that. Oh yeah, and Laugh just put up to get your merch. I do have new merch out in the shop. We have new Mini Viber merch. We also have Gig Survivor merch. And we also have Hood Viber merch in the shop. So just a quick background about the merch shop. The majority of those proceeds are donated to a family that is caring for a loved one that is fighting for cancer. I know I don't always, they always drop the link in the chat. I really don't, normally I don't, come on and say about the merch. But yesterday I had the hat I had on. It's one of my it's from my merch shop. I have one of my tea or coffee mugs, if you will, right here, from my merch shop. Not this one. This is a breast cancer awareness gift. I have wonderful people in my life that every year during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they send me gifts. And I mean, it's been going on for the full time that, after I was, diagnosed with breast cancer, triple negative breast cancer. And as I, survive year after year after year, and October comes around, I have one person that has never missed a year. We used to work together. She left before I was laid off. She left years before I was laid off. And every year my bell rings. like clockwork in October. She sends a gift. I have a whole, just a whole, wall of things that she sends me. And this is from another one of my co-workers that I love dearly. She sent this mug here, and you can't read it. It says, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. What's your superpower? I love it. And so I put it there. I'm not going to use it. And it also has a lid. I love it. Everything that comes in, she's always so thoughtful things. Sometimes she knows where I live, so she comes and just drops things in the driveway, rings the bell, and leaves. Like, and during COVID, she did that, those things. So always in my corner, cheering me on, and it's great to have people like that. And we don't talk every day. We don't talk. We used to when we worked together. We talked a lot. We don't even talk at all. But they never forget. They never forget, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, I'm grateful to have people, in my life like that. Sometimes they don't know that what they do, to me. I sound like Sarah Boone. Yeah, I was out late. I was not, and I left about like almost like right after the I left right after the live yesterday, and I was out ever since then. So. That's what it is. That's why I was late again today. And I don't like that when I schedule a time. I mean, give or take 10 minutes. But I did get some sleep. The thing is that I got up and brushed like, oh my goodness, I need to start the live. And so, so it's just like, that's what it is. So I'm not going to go back to sleep. I'm actually going to go out. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys that are lovers, to you guys that celebrate all that good stuff. Happy Valentine's Day to you. I hope your day is awesome. And so, we have the ASAP Rocky trial that's going on. Let me see who is. I know Cat Nat Williams is covering it. It is really crazy how sometimes I have to remember, like, where do I go to see what is going on with this, that, and that. It's really, really crazy, y'all. So I know Cat Nat Williams is covering that. I think Flesh of the Gods is covering that, but I'm not sure if he's doing it live today, if he's doing it late, or if he's doing it now. Yesterday I sent you guys over to Cat Nat Williams afterwards. And I'm trying to see who is doing what today. I do see that Cat Nat Williams is doing the, what do you call that? The ASAP Rocky trial, covering that. I'm trying to see if Flesh of the Gods is covering that. He was in here a few minutes ago. He's probably, if he's not covering it, he is on Cat's channel, probably doing some moderating, or if he's not, then I don't know what else he's doing right about now. So I'm looking for it to see who is covering the case. But y'all, we're going to make sure that we're staying on top of what's going on with Megan. I'm glad that the jury got it right. And that I'm glad that the jury got it right, and that she is going to be in her forever new home soon. And like I said, those prosecutors are not just going to stop here. Oh, wow. When she's 69, how old will they be? Flesh is at Cat's house. Taylor is on too. All right, so how this goes is on a recording when he was in the back, she's slurring like crazy. That's my name, don't wear it out. You are absolutely crazy. So yeah, so Kat is on. I know Chloe is in two places at one time. Kat is on. So maybe Flesh is going live later. I was just trying to see if Flesh was on or if Kat was on, because we went over the Cats yesterday afterwards. If Flesh was on today, I would go over to Flesh. Tilla is on, but I would go over to Taylor's if Cat or Flesh was not on. So I just have an order of how I go to different chats. So and that is the order that they go in. I just like y'all. It is really like, what is going on here? Oh, girl, what is going on? I am trying to get the to get this together, this redirect, and y'all, it is crazy. I gotta be super tired, tired, just tired because how am I having a hard time finding out just how am I having a hard time redirecting to this other video. This is crazy. I'm tired. Y'all know I'm tired. I'm tired. In more ways than one. You would not understand. I'm like, where's the redirect? But yeah, we're gonna keep this going. I think I want to cover, and just to let you know what I'm doing next, I think I'm going to cover I think I'm going to do a rewind, but there may be something that's current that I may be covering next. I will make up my mind by today or probably tomorrow. Yeah, so I won't be live again today unless something really intriguing comes on. Or I find out something intriguing. There are a couple cases out here, so I like to look at the cases to see if it's something that I would like to cover. And if it is, I will cover it in my own way. And if not, yeah, I just will do a rewind. There's a lot of cases that I don't believe a lot of people, they did not get a lot of attention when they were showing those cases, and so I like to bring light to those cases because you can't hear me. I need a nap ASAP. Cat chat. You know what, Chloe? Stop. You can't hear me. You can hear me now, Chloe. I just woke up. It's just that yeah, I have to you know how you wake up, you have to really, really wake up. And so like I said, I was out late. Come on now, y'all, give me a break. Give me a break here, but I would not let our little girl down, Emily. Evelyn. Because what happened to her was definitely uncalled for, could have been prevented. And we need to make sure that people knew exactly who Monster Mom was. And we did that. And I'm proud of the jury. Shout out to them. And listen, like Cat Not Williams is live right now. I can't even find out. I don't even remember where the button is to do the redirect. So most people are over on Twitter. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I will let you know when we go live over on for this trial and on March 7th, consider, if you haven't heard of the Naziah Harris case, it is definitely heartbreaking. It's a tearjerker. If you don't consider coming over and hitting the like button for the videos that I play, do consider coming over, and signing the petition to have the grandmother and the mother arrested, because they definitely knew that this girl was being SA'd. You can't tell me any different. You could tell from their testimony in the preliminary hearing, 99% of what they testified to was a lie. So they perjured themselves on the stand. The grandmother was acting like she was Ray Charles. Do you know Jarvis Butts? Oh, wait, I can't see y'all. I can't. Hold on now. Jarvis. Oh, no, I really can't see right now because I don't have my glasses. So I'm Ray Charles' sister right now. I don't see him. He's the only defendant sitting at that table wearing green. And you see him because he was in your house constantly, but you got on the stand and said that he wasn't in your house. He would come and see his children outside because he was on the SA offender registry list. But as of January the 8th of 2025, you heard me correctly, January 8th of 2025, Jarvis Butts was listed on the SA offender registry list as compliant. As compliant. You heard what I said. Meanwhile, he's out here essaying women 1 to 80, crippled and crazy. Now, don't think that I'm being insensitive when I say that. He is being charged for giving a child 4 years or younger. They didn't say how old, they just gave that range. 4 years or younger. So you'll see a lot of people just say 4 years old. They did not definitively say the child was 4. The child was 4 years or younger. He gave that child an STD. And I can't say the full word over here because YouTube is it's not YouTube friendly, but I could say the media. You put it all up together, everybody's grown, you know what that is. How do you give a 4-year-old or younger child the media? How are you essaying your own child? The brave 9-year-old that got on the stand and testified in his preliminary hearing has a father that is impeccable because her mother is not worth dog. That word. She's not worth dog. That word. And so the brave year-old got on the stand. He tried to groom her. He brought her there where he had relations with Naziah, who is no longer on this earth. From the last evidence that we have, they've never found her. She's still missing. She's not. If you see reports that Naziah was found in a shallow grave, that's not true. That was a 9-year-old child that they just reported 2 weeks ago. His name is Zamar King. That trial, I want to look into that. The mother has been arrested. She was living in Detroit. She unalived this child somehow. She buried him in a shallow grave. She had not been renting that apartment for that long, and she relocated to Clayton County. She is in custody. She had a 3-year-old child at the time who is now in CPS. Hopefully he has been placed with a family member, or he has been placed with a great CPS family, because we need a CPS overhaul, because Naziah Harris could be here today. There is a video on my YouTube channel that I did about recently. It was 2 weeks ago. Channel 7 Detroit did an interview with her aunt Janelle and her cousin Kiwana, and they reported that they believe that Jarvis was having inappropriate relations with Naziah, and that was in April of 2022. That was the Aunt Janelle, who is the great aunt, who is Annette Harris's, that is Naziah's grandmother, that she was Naziah's grandmother. 2 months later, the cousin Kiwana contacted the CPS and authorities as well. CPS did an investigation. They did an investigation. Yeah, they did. Spoke to Jarvis Butts, who was on the SA offenders registry list. Spoke to the aunt who lied at the time and said she did not know that Jarvis was supposedly having relations with her niece or her daughter, which I don't believe. Naziah was very pregnant in the TikTok videos, the last TikTok videos that she did. We all can tell. Her whole face changed. In the last picture that she took the day that she was unalived, or the day that she went missing. So the day that she went missing, a lot of us think the same, that because she was last seen being checked into a hotel with Jarvis. Now, this hotel was directly across the street from the shop that he owned with his business partner. I believe, so he looked up, there are terms that he looked up. He looked up how to terminate, a pregnancy. Can antifreeze terminate a pregnancy? Red antifreeze. He was very specific in his searches, and how to personally terminate a pregnancy where a medical professional would not be able to tell that it was done. But newsflash, she was going to the hospital, and they claimed that she was given a pregnancy test, it was negative, and that she was given another pregnancy test. She was supposed to be given another pregnancy test. I don't see how it was negative. She was very pregnant. She was very pregnant. You can see from how she used to do her videos, her TikTok videos. She loved to dance. And then she did TikTok videos where you can see her belly. And she had to, when she was moving, she had to move in a way around. And you could see her stomach. She was very pregnant. So she said to him, she was trying to get him to give her the morning after pill. She's a young child. She does not know. And the text messages from between the two of them will absolutely blow your mind. But I do say, and I'm going to keep saying it again and again and again, I do not blame Naziah Harris for the text messages between her and Jarvis, because that's what he groomed her to do. She's still a child. She's a child. So, I don't condone nor do I like, anyone that says, I've read messages on TikTok, she was hot in the A, whatever, this, that, and the third. Listen, the court can only prove that he was essaying this girl between the ages, I think they have, of 12 and 13. But per the text messages, it was definitely she was 11. But per her aunt, he has been in her life since she was 2 years old. We know that he likes girls, like I said, or one, I'm going to say girls because a child that's 1 year old is a child that's 1 year old. 1 to 80, crippled and crazy. He had a fiance, so many other girlfriends that were adults, and then he had these children that he was messing with. So the case is it's a very, very hard one to listen to, but we need to bring awareness to this stuff. And the fact that he gave the option to be in a relationship when he first messed with her, started messing with her, they started a relationship or talking, he told her, I am on the offenders list, the SA offenders list. But the story he told her was because he had a child with a 14-year-old. But he said the child lied to him and told him that she was of age. We all don't believe that. And this is what Shannon Harris said, the aunt of Naziah Harris, because she was asked, you knew that this guy was a SAer. Why would you decide that you want to be in a relationship with him? And her response was, well, society decided to give him another chance, so I figured I would give him a chance. She started getting so much backlash. Now she wants to say, I was 19. Y'all see my face. And I understand that she may have, this is something that she went through as a child. Her mother may have went through as a child. I know Naziah's mother went through it as a child, but Naziah's mother did not have custody of her. She did not have custody of her. Her mother had custody of Naziah. And her mother said that Jarvis Butts was never in the house. The text messages said, that's a lie. You had chains on the refrigerator. But these kids, like she wasn't, Naziah's mother said she was never even supposed to have children in her home because of her own CPS cases. So CPS, what is going on? You're overwhelmed. This needs to be a priority in all states. They need to get more CPS workers to handle these cases. Competent CPS workers that are trained the correct way, that care. I don't believe that when a child is placed in a home, you should just forget about them because, we placed them in a home and now they have somebody to take care of them. I don't think that. I think that they should continue to do house visits, pop-up house visits, for over maybe a year or two. Let me see where this child is staying. Open your refrigerator to make sure that you have food. You're getting money to do all of this. You need to be popping up at the schools. Is this child going to school? What are the grades looking like? That may not be, on a part of a foster parent. It could be something, a learning disability or something like that, or the children may still be going through something knowing that they're in a foster home. But you have children that are in foster homes every day that don't know that they're in a foster home because the parents don't treat them in a way to make them feel like you're a child that I'm taking care of, but you're not my child, so I don't have to. So we do have success stories, but I think we need an overhaul of the CPS system as a whole, because if CPS did their job, Naziah would be here today. They failed her. There were family members that called and told them, you did a whole investigation and said that this was a low-level case. You dismissed it and you gave Shannon Harris some resources to use. What? So CPS has blood on their hands, as well as the authorities, because they just didn't tell the CPS, they told authorities, and there are reports to match. So in the video that I made, the reports are in there because they show the reports on Channel 7 Detroit. And so they're all in there. I stopped the video and I read the video, what they didn't redact. And Naziah Harris could very well be alive today. So this is something that I don't take lightly. It is something that is, near and dear to my heart. I have a son. He's grown. He's on his own. He knows better. He was raised better. But I also have a daughter that is, she is a young woman, young girl coming into womanhood. And sometimes I treat her like There is something that you can put on your kid's phone if your kids have an Apple phone. I did it for my child. Where anything that they download, it don't make a difference whether it's a game, anything they download, they send you a link to say, hey, your child is trying to download this, please approve or disapprove. If it's something that I thought, because the party line is back again. They do have the party line that's out. Party line, no, we're not doing party line over here. My daughter, there's also another thing that you can have. My daughter's phone used to go off until she was about, I want to say 14. It would go off at 8, comes back on at 7. She's bringing the phone to school. Yes, she is. She had rules. She knew what not to do with the phone. She got a little older. The phone went off maybe 9. We gradually went to 10. And it came on every 7 o'clock in the morning because for school, the phone needed to be on just in case she needed to reach out to me. I taught my daughter self-defense. If you're a man, you're trying to touch my daughter, you're going to be I tell knee him in the groin first. At the same time you knee him in the groin, take your hand, hit him up here hard as you can. You're going to knock the wind in him. You take your other foot after you kneeing him up. You do this. You take this feet and do it in a sweeping motion on that other back leg. It don't make a difference how big you are. The man is going to fall. I just gave y'all some free game here. Yeah. You need a man in the groin at the same time. You doing this right here hard. Hand just like this. Doing this at this time, you take it's all one motion. Boom, bam, boom. He's down. My daughter carries mace. She has rules. She knows the school. In school, they don't know but she does. And when she gets off the bus, she walks with her hand in her pocket. Her finger is on the mace button. You come at my door, and all while she's doing all that, that move only takes a minute or two. I took martial arts. I was a correction officer for 7.5 years. I went back to my sensei at the time. He told me how to taught me how to use everything in the jail as a weapon. So, when you think you're overpowered by somebody, if you can't get that knee to them, grab them up in them genitals, a man is going to flinch every single freaking time. Every time. If you're right hand dominant, try to grab them as hard with the left so that you can get that. You want to hit them right here real hard because that kind of knocks the wind out of them. It knocks the wind out of them when you hit them right here. Grab him up here, and if you get that leg back and sweep him in, I'm telling you, he going down. It's not nothing. It's been proven. It's been proven. I've been in a ring with some men that were huge, practicing these techniques because that's what we did. And it wasn't not too many women in the martial arts class. And I didn't study Taekwondo's class. I studied Goju-Ryu Kempo. It is a closed fist form of karate, and so when I fought in tournament, Taekwondo, they use this open hand style of stuff. Like, so I imagine a fist to an open hand, like you're gonna tear them up every time. Every single time you're gonna tear them up in the ring because it's just that open hand, that it's not. I don't care what type of form they got. It has nothing against a closed fist in a style called, like I said, Goju-Ryu Kempo. So I taught my daughter that. Teach your kids that. I just gave you some free games. It's not hard to learn. Like I said, knee them in the groin, cup them up here. It's going to knock them as hard as you can when you do this. As hard as you can. Take that other foot and kick his leg like you're sweeping them. They're going to go down. While they go down, you run, stranger danger. In my daughter's case, I don't want her to stay there and mace them and then run. But if you need to pull the mace out and then that's what you do. You're not gonna mess with my daughter. That is just it, and that is just all. And so, yeah, I just gave y'all some free game for the free game. So I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I haven't even meaning to be here this long today. So Cat Not Williams is live. You all know I'm a little tired. I can't even find out. I don't forgot where the redirect button is. And a lot of you guys are on Twitter anyway. So Cat Not Williams is awesome. You would want to come over here and look at her content. I would thank everybody. Rebecca Cry, you blame the adults. I agree with you. It's a trigger trap. Messiah is a trigger trap. Yeah, it's something that needs to be shown and needs to be said because there's so many moving components to this story and how we need to stop as families in all races. What happens in this family, we handled it. We don't need to say nothing. No, these people need to go to jail. Doesn't make a difference who they are. If it's your grandma, your grandpa, Cecil, or Cleophas, whoever it is, they need to go on to jail. It's not something that we should be sweeping under the rug. It's not something that we should just be saying, if it's your Uncle Paul, your brother Peter, your brother Robert, and I don't care who, your brother Salam, whoever it is, they need to go to jail. Period. And that's just that. And I'm going to stand on that because I firmly believe in that. So, you guys know it wouldn't be me if I didn't end the show by raising awareness that men get breast cancer too. But because of the stigma associated with the word breast, we started using the term pec and or chest cancer. Let's continue to break the stigma and spread awareness. And to my ladies, please be sure that you are getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right. And don't you dare let anybody come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I am Survivor Speaks. I will see you guys in the next live stream or video upload. If I do a premiere, I will be in the comments for video premieres. If I can, I will be in the comments while they are going on if I do a video for some reason or another. But I will see you on these YouTube streets. Shout out to the stream sponsor for today. My Madam Laugh, always have fun. Thank you so much for always being here. And I did not get to get and I had another one. Chloe Albert's Revenge. Let me not forget my Chloe Albert's Revenge. She's also a sponsor of the show for today. Thank you guys for adding to the family. And so we're going to go. I mean, you can go ahead over to Cat Not Williams. I'm going to just manually go to Cat Not Williams because your girl is tired. I got home late. Happy Valentine's Day to all you guys that celebrate, all you guys that are in love and all that stuff. And I just want to just give a special shout out to my single girlfriend, Chloe Albert's Revenge, because it's not right. It's not right that we just, because love could be, love with anybody. She just single. So I'm going to say happy Valentine's Day to Chloe Albert's Revenge because I love her so much. All right. So I'll see you guys over in Cat Not Williams chat. I'm going to probably, go over there and say hello, and then I'll be in the bushes because I got to scram. I got some things that I have to do and take care of. And I'm sure Flesh going live today at 8. Chloe, let me see if Flesh is going live at 8 today. No, I don't want to do it there because I'll lose my so let me see if Flesh is going live at 8 today, or if he's going live at all. Chloe, is he going live at 8? Let me see. I'll do it over here really, really quick. You guys really should go over there and check him out. I think you will love him. He gives you more than just the normal. Oh yeah, so he is going live. Oh, he's going live today at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's on a different coast than we are, so normally he does go later. But for the ASAP Rocky trial, he was covering it during the day. So now I see that he has been going live at night again. So 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, Flesh will be going live. So Cat Not Williams is where it's at. You guys can go over there. Taylor Umbridge is live as well, covering it. Chloe said, you don't know what he's doing. He's 8:45 p.m. He's going live. I just pulled it up. So Chloe is Taylor Umbridge is live also as well. If I would have did a redirect, I would have redirect to Cats. That is just the order that it goes in. You know say, you don't understand. You know say. You know, see, I know a little bit of Spanish. I should know it, right? I took it for about 7 years with it from middle school, high school, and in college. I should be fluent in Spanish now. I understand a lot of it, but I just don't talk it. No habla español. All right. Yeah, I didn't see it before, so you see y'all tonight. Yeah. So yeah, 8:45 tonight. Flesh of the Gods. So y'all get over to the Cat Not Williams, so y'all won't miss too much of what's going on. The ASAP Rocky case is coming to an end, but it is also heating up. I didn't know it could heat up anymore, but it is. So see y'all later. Thank you so much for coming, and I love you all. Peace. Happy Valentine's Day.
Survivor Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Last kiss I busted through like a thief in the night. A kiss his ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. A chippy out, coming through, knocking everything out. This is hard if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like kiss, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. It'll be clear to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wipe your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speaks. What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time